Welcome back to Akira Kizzau, an Aspects of Mourn novel by Michael Manders, aka Geekanomicon, copyright 2023, me. Issue number 7, Unspoken Plan. Do you think this will work? Salia said as she continued to pace in the meeting room of the Walkers. The team had left to investigate an issue arising on one of the moons of Mourn. Before departing, they had officially inducted Kizzau, Ariana, and Salia into their ranks so they could remain in the tower without requiring one of the core walkers to remain. I mean, what if this is what the three of them are planning? We'd be putting heroics in danger of being captured. Growler, Snow said as she stood to grip her tightly. You need to calm down. Kizzau's plan is solid. I don't like putting myself away from Ari, Kizzau said. It is causing me no end of mental stress just thinking about the many plot twists these three have in store for us. Meaning, I'm going with the samurai, Elric Garza said. He stood leaning against a wall of the tower. The leader of the walkers had only given the immortal provisional entry into the headquarters. If he entered a room without three walkers, he would instantly find himself on a prison planet. Kizzau sighed. She can best you easily enough, Kizzau said, and she'll have a backup element even you won't be able to contend with. Arnie crossed her arms and glared at Elric Garza. Kizzau smirked. The immortal had arrived and explained quite a bit of what was happening. To all their surprise, Jormungandr, dragon god of loyalty and member of the Walkers, let them know about the conditions of Garza's pardon. It seemed the former villain was, indeed, trying to put things right with the universe before consigning himself to eternal imprisonment. Me and Bob, Kizzau and Snow, Ari and Garza, Salia said, aloud as if trying to convince herself. I'm no longer a wolf. I can't follow my nose. You're one of the most badass wizards on Mourn, Kizzau said. I should know. The other wizards' heads are more than a little intimidated by you. You have been tracking longer than your sister and I combined. Besides, Bob said, I have more than a few tricks to help track. Surface has agreed to pull our information, keep things tight. Kizzau looked down at the information on her wrist. She was nervous, but the plan was solid. They had all put pieces into place. Right. Snow, you and I are going to tackle Baba Yaga. Her link to my people is something we can use as a shield. Should be immune to whatever toxins the witch throws our way. Garza and I will handle Dracula, Ari spoke up before the immortal could put in a verbal jab at them all. Elf blood is poison to vampires, and according to Garza, he is immune to the Impaler's magic. No one makes me a pawn, but his teleportation and binding magics are potent, Garza added. I'm certain that the two of us can keep him off balance before he can put either of us into an incantation snare, Ari said. Kizzau watched her point at the anti-magic runes on her hips. They would be a last-ditch effort. It would leave them vulnerable with no way to escape via magic. It was the one part of the plan Kizzau disliked. However, her wife was one of the best katana wielders on Mourn. That alone could buy them time. That leaves Bob and I with the Whoopeltinger, Salia said, tapping a finger on the table in front of her. The only thing I know about that critter is his bodyguard is a piece of work. What did you say his name was? Dover Anderson, Bob said. He's been trained by quite a few assassins. He hires himself out to beings like the Whoopeltinger. He also seems to be fixated on the events of 3 years ago, but it is very odd. Why? Kizzau asked. It seems he wants revenge, but his girlfriend left him 2 months prior to Widow's attack. His parents also are safely living on another aspect. His anger makes no sense. Think our surprise will be enough to throw him? Undoubtedly. And what about the Tinger itself? Salia asked. Have any of the Skullfingers fought him or seen any of his tricks? Only that others seem to follow him without question, Bob answered. There might be something there, but whatever it is only seems to work on those already set on similar course of action. That leaves the speedy Redcap, Kizzau said. I've seen other blood dwarves with special abilities, but that one is cruel, tactful. He withdrew rather than trying to finish the job. Anything on him? Bob shook his head. He's a new player. Well, Salia said, smirking, I have a double-edged surprise waiting for him. What did you do? Kizzau asked, liking the smile on her sister-in-law's face. That, Stowsong said, is between her, me, and the little messenger we sent out. Well then, it seems we're ready. And with that, I will see you all in the near future for part 2 of issue number 7. And thank you for listening.